नमस्कार, म शंकर शर्मा विश्वज्योतिबाट सामाजिक शिक्षक as a social teacher. Today I have brought class 8 social online classes next episode. Welcome to the class 8 dear students. So dear students, today we are going to discuss about unit 2 lesson 1 of our social. In unit 2 we will discuss about our social norms and values. In this unit today we are going to discuss about lesson 1 our social tradition and customs. As we know that Nepal is a small landlocked country. Different types of people with different culture, languages, religious, etc. live in different provinces of Nepal. So in this lesson, a discussion between teacher and different community students are highlighted. And dear students, as you know that Nepal is a mountainous, hilly, landlocked country. Its physical features and its diverse climatic condition has made the lifestyle of the people and tradition in various ways. As we know, Nepali people's way of living is very different from one another. Though there is differences, there is uniqueness and unity among each other. So at first we will talk about Arjun Shrestha, who is describing here about his own traditions. And let's see here Arjun Shrestha, who is belong from Newari community. He is talking about Guthi, which is a social organization prevailing in his community. In the system of Guthi, people used to collaboratively live together and share their works with one another. In this system, in Guthi, people used to collect little funds, and that fund is distributed among the Newari community for different cultural programs or social works. It is said that Guthi is prevailing from very ancient time, which goes back to Licchavi period. And as we know that during Licchavi period, in the context of Nepal, different cultural works were very popular. Among them, handicraft works and social tradition was very good, and it is very famous among Asia. So Arjun Shrestha says that by staying in Guthi, people can solve from small or minor works to big problems of the society, and it is very one of the good organization, that is Guthi, which helps the community people to cooperate together and maintain social traditions ahead. So next is Prem Darlami, who is talking about Magar community. Prem Darlami is talking about Magar community organization, which is known as Bheja, and this is also one non-profit social organization. In this Bheja, which helps in performing religious festivals, rituals, celebration of different programs, traditional practices, and agricultural works. As we know that Nepali society is based on agricultural society, so economic status is not so well in the village or rural areas, So people used to perform such type of organization, and they unite together, they work together, and they perform their social activities by staying in such type of groups or organization. So Bheja, which helps in conducting economic activities and utilization of resources or mobilization of resources, forest resources or other mineral resources of the community. As we know, the head of Bheja is known as Mukhiya, and the villagers is to elect one of the leader for the Bheja to coordinate the works, whom is title is given Mukhiya, and the person Mukhiya is responsible for the overall activities of that society which belongs, that means Magar society. Mukhiya used to work together with the community people and preserve the religious and traditional practices under the appointment of one person who is known as Pujari to perform the different religious activities in Magar community. Next, we'll see about Chaya Chaudhary, who belongs to Tharu community. As you know, Tharu were very simple, hard-working people in Nepal. Maximum people, they belong from southern part of Nepal. Their way of living style is agricultural and animal husbandry. So, as we know, Tharo people observe New Year in the month of Magh. So, that is known as Maghi also. So, in Tharo community, one of the tradition which is prevailing from ancient time, that is known as Badghar. Badghar means the position of a village leader who leads his village under his command. So, in the appointment of Badghar, every village people is responsible and they is to follow what the Badghar tell them, and in this organization also they maintain unity among themselves. So Badghar is responsible for maintaining unity in the community. So Tharu people, while they are working in the agricultural sectors, they used to cooperate with one another and maintain good relationship, and they observe their different tradition festivals together. And the young generation of Tharu community also learn different ritual programs, ceremonies from the Badghar. The senior member or the elder people from the community helps to perform different programs or works and hand it to the new generation. So every year on the month of Magh, community appoints Badghar. In every year in Tharu community, Badghar is maintenance and it prevails in the villages. But as we see nowadays, the modernization of the villages toward the city areas and the mobilization of the people or the migration of people from the village to town disturbs the ceremonies or our prevailing condition of the villagers. So next topic, let's talk about Gurung community, and here Anu Gurung shares his community's tradition, that is Rodighar. And in our Gurung community, Rodighar is made in order to maintain different programs, especially the young generation those who maintains their time by performing different dances or singing different types of cultural songs in the evening in Rodi Ghar. So, in this system, 12 to 15 people engage under the supervision of adult member in Rodi Ghar, and the adult people or senior citizen helps to teach them about the tradition or the dances or the cultural programs or planning of the next day works or schedules to the villagers by utilizing Rodi group of peoples. It is a good social tradition in this society. So all the members of Rodi usually works together in the field of agriculture or different programs or ceremonies. So without delaying, we'll proceed to next, who describes about Parma and Poncho by Samir Sharma. And here Samir Sharma describes that Parma and Poncho, which is prevailing not to any community or caste, it is prevailing all over Nepal. Every community of the people maintain Parma and Poncho, especially in the rural areas. Also we see that Parma means exchange of works with work or people with people. Economically, Gen Z is little problem in the context of villages. At that time, people used to work together hand in hand by utilizing this type of systems. So giving and taking help in the agricultural sectors or farming areas. Like this, Poncho means exchange of goods with goods. As we know, agricultural country have needs different types of resources to maintain, fulfill human basic needs. Therefore, our Nepali society, they used to maintain such type of programs, Parma and Poncho, in order to maintain their living standard easy and comfortable way. And it was prevailing from previous ancient time all over Nepal. So next, without delaying, we'll proceed to our Deepak Singh shares about Dhukoti, which is a social organization. Dhukoti, as we simply renown as storeroom, villagers used to collectively collect the all agricultural products to some storerooms for future use. So nowadays, this storing of food grains, Dhukoti, has been transformed to financial or money matters, and people who became the member of Dhukoti is to collect some money and they help one another. But in this system, a little amount of interest is also used. But at present time, government of Nepal and different organizations said that it is illegal and it shouldn't be maintained in the society, because in the system of Dhukoti, different frauds and fakes were found. So by saying so, we would like to proceed ahead. So as a small country, different cultures, different religions, different languages speaking our country, diverse culture programs are conducted, different traditions are observed. So it's really unique and beautiful country in Asia or in the world. So my dear students, today class we like to conclude. Before going so, one homework is proceeded for you. Let's highlight question 1. Write down differences and similarities between Bheja, Badghar and Goti belongs to different communities. And next question is that write about your social tradition and customs which you follow in your community very briefly. By saying so, I would like to conclude my class. Thank you. Namaste.